Greetings, everybody. I'm back, and I realized that I failed to introduce myself. My name is Greg Cronin, and I am the Vice President of the Interdisciplinary Environmental Association. And I've had the great pleasure of working with Olivia and Paola these last several months planning this week's conference. And I'm glad, well, I wish we were in Mexico City now, experiencing, the wonderful city that we got to see a little bit of video from. And I am excited that when this pandemic is over and we are able to meet face to face again, that the IICE, the International Interdisciplinary Conference on the Environment, will be returning to Mexico City, so we can have the opportunity to meet people face to face that we are meeting virtually this week, and to visit this wonderful city that I have not had the opportunity to visit yet. So yes, I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself a few minutes ago, but Miguel Sague is ready to return to the stage and complete this morning's land acknowledgement. So I will be leaving the stage, and Miguel will be arriving in just a few seconds. So please stand by.
Hi, Miguel, you are on the stage.
My friends, I am going to now continue this the land acknowledgement portion of this event by offering a brief ceremonial consideration. I am burning traditional incense called copal, which is the offering that the ancient people of not only Mexico and Mesoamerica offered to the spirits and to the land, but also the people of my land, the Caribbean. We are Bonuco. This smoke not only rises and blesses the area where something is going to happen, but it also carries our prayers to the spirits. I will begin this portion of this offering by playing what we call the guamo, in my people's tradition, conch shell. I'll play it 6 times. 4 to the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, and then to the sea and to the earth. We honor the spirits of the 4 directions. In the Taino tradition, in the south, we are blessed by Achiano, who is represented by the bird, the turkey, the spirit of liberating the mind from preconception prejudices. In the West, we are blessed by the spirit of introspection. The spirit that allows human beings to look within themselves and understand what they see there. So in the South, it's freedom from prejudice and preconception. In the West, looking within, introspection. In the North, wisdom and experience. The energy that allows us to learn from the mistakes that we make throughout our lives. Makes us wiser beings. In the East, illumination and enlightenment. Allows us to see clearly, like the high flyer, the hawk. The sacred birds of the four directions are the turkey in the South, the owl of the night in the West, because we associate introspection with the ability to close one's eyes and induce artificial nighttime. In the darkness of that nighttime, we go within ourselves and are given the ability to explore our inner self. In the North, the bird is the hummingbird, which is the elusive bird of wisdom. Wisdom is an elusive gift, not easy to attain. And in the East, it's the hawk, the high flyer, with the perfect vision, the daylight vision. It's a place where the sun rises and illuminates the earth. Those are the gifts of the four directions in the tradition of the Taino people, my people, from the islands of the Caribbean. I am going to follow that invocation with a song. What this song does is that it calls out to these four energies: the South, the West, the North, and the East. It asks these energies to come and bless us with their gifts. Innocence and open mind in the South, introspection in the West, wisdom and experience in the North, and illumination and enlightenment in the East. The words are in the Taino language, but I will briefly explain something about what they're saying. Essentially, what they're saying is the conch shell calls out, it sings out its song to the spirit of the South, the turkey. The conch shell sings and puts out its song to the spirit of the West, and the bird of the West, the owl. The conch shell puts out its song and it sings to the spirit of the North and its bird, the hummingbird. The conch shell puts out its song and sings to the spirit of the East, the hawk. This is the song now. Kaneyata, kaneyata, aea, kaneyata, kaney baba, kaney baba, aea, kaney baba. Oh, what a to wachano wai, aea, kaneya. Oh, what a to guana Hawaii, Ae a Caney Baba. Caneyata, Caneyata. Ae a Caneyata. Caney Baba, Caney Baba. Ae a Caney Baba. Koware to koromoai. Ae a Caneyata. Koware to mukaroai. Ae a Caney Baba. Caneyata, Caneyata. Ae a Caneyata. Caney Baba, Caney Baba. Ae a Caney Baba. Koware to rakuroai. Ae a Caneyata. Koware to kolibriai. Ae a Caney Baba. Caneyata, Caneyata. Ae a Caneyata. Caney Baba, Caney Baba. Ae a Caney Baba. Koware to sobai kowai. Ae a Caneyata. Koware to guaraguai. Ae a Caney Baba. Caneyata, Caneyata. Ae a Caneyata. Caney Baba, Caney Baba. Ae a Caney. Woo! I want to take a minute now to invoke the memory of those who have given their lives in behalf of Mother Earth, in behalf of protecting the mother that supports us, upon whose breast we walk, from whom we are never weaned. There are people all over the world, men and women, and in some cases even children, who have given the ultimate sacrifice, struggle to maintain the respect that we owe the sacred mother that we in the Taino culture call Atabe. But the people of the South American Andes call Pachamama. You know, in speaking to our sister Zena, when I was asking her to participate in this, she shared with me the sacredness of her relationship with the mother of Mexico, the female entity that represents all that is maternal. She is now known by the name Guadalupe, but in fact, she is just the present manifestation of an ancient earth entity, but the ancient unseen. The miraculous appearance of Guadalupe in the hill of Tepeyac is significant because that was the original temple to Tonantzin, the mother goddess of the Aztecs. It is this mother that these people gave their lives to respect, to honor. In the South American rainforest to this day, men and women still are giving their lives in a desperate effort to save that crucial portion of the earth, the Amazon, the lungs of the earth. All over the world, people are being murdered, assassinated because of the work that they are carrying out in behalf. Respecting this mother should be the most important aspect of an environmentalist's. It should be always present in the mind of people that are involved in protecting the environment. That this is not a thing. This is not an object. This is not an abstract construct. It is a living, breathing entity upon whom we depend. We do not destroy the earth. We dishonor her. We do not rape the earth. We disrespect her. It is important to see this from the indigenous perspective, not from the arrogant, non-indigenous perspective. We're not masters of anything. We're children. And if we anger and upset this entity, this matriarch, enough, she will change the beautiful, nurturing face that she has been showing us humans since the last ice age. We live in a paradise called the earth. It has not always been that life-sustaining paradise. The earth, as you well know, because most of the people that are participating in this, you're scientists, you are academics, you know that the history of the earth, for the most part, has been a dramatically graphic one. She has been, for most of her existence, a terrible place for living things. And she could return to that. She could not be any less the earth if she does that. She's just not going to be the earth we know and love. She will be a different earth. An earth that will not be as friendly and as sustaining and as nurturing to us as the one we are familiar with. This condition of a nurturing earth is fragile. Not because she is some helpless victim that we are raping. That is an incredibly arrogant perspective of our relationship with the earth. But because instead she will become very angry. And an angry earth is a destructive earth. We have a name for her in our tradition. We call her Wabansesh, the powerful female entity that has the power to destroy. She will always be here. We are not destroying the earth. We are destroying ourselves. If she changes, we're gone. So a relationship to the earth is actually one of self-interest. Not only for human beings, all living things depend on her maintaining this friendly, nurturing act that she's had for just a brief period of her existence. She could go back to being a ball of flames like she was for most of her life, and she'll be fine. That'll just be a different manifestation of who she is. Gone. We will be exterminated. The earth will continue. The earth will be here for millions of years. So it is important to understand our relationship to the earth, not as rapists, not as destroyers, but as children who need to respect our mother. Hanhankatu, Tainoti, Seneko, Kakona. Blessings to you.